Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to do things a little bit differently and we're going to take a break from all of the exercising and all of the circuits and we're going to do a stretching video. So get whatever you need around you to be comfortable. I'm outside, so I've got my yoga mat here and I've got a blanket in case I need to throw it under my knees to help keep me comfortable. So clear the space around you and get ready for some stretching. We are going to talk about two different types of stretching. So there's dynamic stretching and there's static stretching. Dynamic stretching is what we're going to focus on first. So this is what you guys do with me at the beginning of your lessons when we do all of our shoulder rotations, our arm circles, our trunk twisting. That whole upper body warm-up that we do is all dynamic. And what makes it dynamic is that we're moving throughout the stretch. We are not simply just holding a deep stretch for a long time. We are moving as we stretch our body. This is the best kind of stretching to do when you're warming up, whether you're an athlete or you're exercising on your own. Always warm up your body. Dynamic stretching is a great way to do that. So I'm going to stand up and show you some of the dynamic stretches and you can get on your feet and join me. These are a few that I don't think any of us have done before our lessons. They're my top 3 favorite for warming up the lower half of our body. So the first one, let's come onto our left leg and pick up your right leg. Now what we're going to do is bring this foot all the way up, keep your balance, and bring your shin into your hands. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up on our left calf like that, and at the same time you're going to pull this leg into your chest. And what we're trying to do is feel the stretch in our hamstring and our glute. So it's going to look something like this. Good. Now you're going to switch, come onto your right leg, put your left leg, your shin into your hands, and pull up. And we're just going to switch back and forth and get that deep stretch. You're going to want to do about 7 to 10 on each leg. You don't have to go super high up on the calf. The idea is that we're just pulling everything up, pulling it all up. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is the same concept, except now we're going to work on our quads. So you're going to get onto your left foot again. Remember your balance, right? We're tightening our stomach and we're really pushing our foot down into the ground. That is what's helping to balance us, okay? So you're going to take your right foot and you're going to put it into your right hand. I'll turn to the side. And keeping your balance, you're going to pull up and then switch. Same thing. Bring your left foot into your left hand and lift and pull up. We should be feeling this stretch right in the front of your quads. Depending on how tight you pull, the further up the stretch will go. Again, not getting too high on my calf, just enough that I'm lifting everything together and feeling that stretch. So that's a good one for your quads. The final one is a really good hip stretch. Really important for pitchers that we have nice, loose, open hips. This is where things really can get tight for us. So just something to remember. This one is the same thing, right? So we're going to get onto our left foot. We're tightening our stomach. We're pushing down onto the ground. You're going to bring your right foot into your left and right hand. And it's really important that we try to keep this foot pretty level. What you see a lot of girls doing is kind of rotating their foot, or pulling on this part of their foot and not pulling on their ankle. You want to pull on the foot and the ankle all at once here, so it looks like this. Nice and slow. Whoop. Keep your balance. We should really be feeling this right along here, right inside your hip. If you're not feeling this, contact me separately and we will talk, because this one should be pretty effective. And again, doing like 7 to 10. Maybe you can't balance on one foot, that's fine. So go, just keep that foot to the ground. What I meant is maybe you can't balance and lift your foot up, that's fine. Keep that foot grounded. And just work on trying to pull up this ankle and foot to stretch these hips. Okay, so you should be feeling a little more warmed up just after that. I know I am. Next, we're going to go into some static stretching. So static stretching is done at the end of a warm-up. I'm sorry, a workout. At the end of a workout. This is deeper, longer stretches. They typically go from anywhere from like 15 to 40 seconds, depending on whoever's leading stretches. And they're really meant for a cool down. They're meant when you're already warmed up, you've already done an exercise, and now you're ready to just stretch out your muscles and get into that recovery. So that's what we're going to do here. The first one that we're going to do is a shoulder stretch. So we're going to be on our knees. I might need to put this little helper of mine inside. Let me do that. Hang tight, guys. Be right back. Okay, so we're going to start on our knees here in what I call tabletop position. And we are going to take, to start, we're going to stretch this whole shoulder and side of our body. So what we're going to do is get in to all fours. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, which means that we're not like this. A nice little table, same thing. Hips are stacked over the knees. We're going to lift up our left arm. So lift up that arm and thread it through the right side of your body. You're going to kind of lean back in your hips. Just let your hips stay up the way they are. And my apologies, guys. It's going to stretch your left shoulder. And to stretch the right side of your body, we're going to reach our arm out as far as you want. The farther you reach, the deeper stretch you're going to feel on the right side right here. So we're getting 2 stretches out of this. If you want to intensify it, you can lean back a little bit in your hips. But really, I just want you to take the next 15 seconds and breathe. And then slowly we're going to walk our right hand back and press up back into all fours. Now I'm going to switch positions so you guys can still see me. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to lift up our right arm and we're going to thread it through. And you're going to bring your shoulder, your right shoulder's on the ground. You can place your head on the ground if you want. And then kind of bring your hips back to intensify the stretch. And then, final step, we're going to walk that hand, your left hand out straight. And we're just going to try to elongate the left arm enough that you're feeling a stretch in this side of our body right here. And like on the other side, we're going to take the next 10-15 seconds and we're just going to focus on breathing in and out. Okay, same thing. We're going to walk our arm back in and lift up and back into all fours. Now we're going to swing our feet around and get onto your bum. So the next stretch we're going to do is a classic softball stretch, okay? We're going to stretch our glute. But I really want you guys to think about how you're setting yourself up for this stretch. The older I've gotten, the more I've understood that you are supposed to be fairly mindful in stretching. It's very easy to not think about what you're doing because stretching can sometimes be really easy. I think there's probably some parents laughing saying, yeah, no, it's not. And I'm with them. It is not easy. Enjoy your youthfulness. So I just want you guys to think about how you're setting yourself up in your stretch and being mindful and methodical about what you're doing. So we're down on our bum, and you're gonna pick up your right leg, your left leg, and cross it over your right. Pick up your left leg and cross it over your right leg, as I'm doing. This is a good place to adjust where we're right here. See how I can bring my butt forward or back. I could bring my leg forward. So get yourself in a position where you're feeling a pretty good stretch right in here. Keep your chest broad and up. If we collapse down like this, we're losing a lot of the stretch. So nice broad chest, and wiggle your way into it, what feels right. And then just hold this. And the more that you push out, it's not a ton, as you can see my leg hasn't moved a bunch. The more you can focus on pushing out that left leg, you're going to intensify the stretch in your left glute. And like on the last stretch, we're just going to take like 10 to 15 seconds and breathe. And we're going to, what I should have made very clear is in static stretching, you're going to start off light and you're going to intensify the stretch. So you don't want to sprint right out the gate, okay? Stretching statically is a marathon, okay? So we take our time, and by the end of the stretch, you should be in the deepest expression of your stretch that you can be in, okay? So take the next 10 seconds and just breathe, and I'll stop talking and focus on your stretch. Okay, then we're going to straighten this left leg. We're going to straighten the right leg. We're going to bring the left leg down and actually like cradle your leg into you and get it pretty close, and then bring it down to the ground. So do what feels comfortable. Flex your right foot and straighten your right toe so it's up, not loose. That activates your hamstring and gets it going, fires it. Okay, so we're here in this position. You're going to plant your right, gosh, I can't get my rights and lefts right. You're going to plant your left hand down. You're going to reach your right arm up and over. Maybe you can only grab right here today. That's fine. Maybe you're feeling more flexible and you can actually put your elbow onto your left knee outside and push. And again, we're going to keep that broad chest. And what I want you to think about on these next 10 seconds, we're going to inhale. We're going to try to get tall, lengthen our spine, and then we're going to exhale and kind of twist a little bit deeper. Okay, we're stretching our spine right now. Yes, we are feeling a stretch in our glute, but this is actually a stretch for our spine. So again, inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Maybe you can turn your head to look at something a little bit further to the left. Again, last inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Now slowly come out. Lengthen the legs, maybe shake them out a little bit. And then again, we're gonna do the same thing on the other leg. Let me switch sides for you guys. So we're gonna keep the left leg straight. No, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna bend the left knee. We're gonna pick up our right leg and bring it over across our left leg, like so. And then we're gonna adjust again, do what feels right. I like to bring my leg a little bit closer. Okay, and then let's focus on pushing out the right knee. And going a little bit deeper with every breath. Our chest is open, it's broad, and we're pushing slightly with our right knee to intensify that stretch in our right glute. Okay, now we're going to straighten that leg out. You're going to keep your right leg over your left. We're going to bring our leg in, try to get it really close to our body. Give yourself a hug. Set that left leg down, or the right leg. Oh my gosh. We're going to lift up our we're going to lift up our left arm. And maybe you're only going to place it right here today, because that feels good. Then we're going to inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to twist just a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, twist a little bit more. So maybe one side is tighter than the other side. I have a really tight neck today. So this is as far as I can get my head to go. The other side I could go a little bit deeper. That's okay. Just notice, where's your body at? Okay. Let go. Straighten the legs again. Maybe shake them out. Shake, shake, shake. All right. Next we're going to do a double leg stretch, the classic double leg stretch. What I want you guys to think about when you're doing this, rather than trying to go as far as you can past your toes or just try to touch your toes, I want you to think about trying to close your upper body to your lower body like a laptop. So first, I want you to try to just focus on bringing your body down with your core muscles, okay? Again, this is all about easing into the stretch, about taking your time and deepening throughout the stretch versus just going full out the gate. That's not the point. So we're going to start, straighten those legs, flex your toes, right? Not pointing out, we're pointing up. That's what I mean when I say flexing your toes. That instantly engages your hamstrings. If you can't feel that, again, give me a call and we'll straighten you out. So feet together, you're going to put your hands on the ground. You're going to inhale, and on your exhale, just try to bring yourself down as much as you can. We're starting off really light, right? Just trying to bring ourselves down as close as we can with just our body. And when you're ready, you can walk your hands a little bit further. Maybe you want to grab onto your feet and put your elbows on the ground if you can do that, or put them next to your legs. But once you grab onto your feet, you can really start the closing of the laptop, right? We're trying to bring our chest down onto our quads. So take your time. Find space, lengthen your spine, get long with your back on your inhale, and when you exhale, get a little bit deeper into that stretch. So this is how I do that. Still flexing your toes. And when you're ready, slowly come up. It's just like when we exercise, right? We want to control going into the movement and we want to control going out of it. The last one we're going to do is a butterfly stretch. So again, I want us to try this whole method of trying to bring your body down without using your hands first. So just go as far as you can, using your strength in your core to bring yourself as close as you can. Staying somewhat broad-chested, right? We're not curling in. So this is about as far as I can go on my own. And now I'm going to just place my hands on my feet. And notice, like, I'm not gripping my toes super tight. Like, I'm not really pulling a lot with my hands, but I am using them to help open up more space so I can get a little bit deeper. And I feel this a little bit in my hips, but I honestly feel this more in my back, in my low back. And come up. Okay, that is this week's video. So as you do your warm-up for pitching or you're doing exercises at home, please keep all of this in mind. Dynamic stretching, movement stretching is done at the beginning of a warm-up. It's what gets your body going. It's a great way to warm up your body. Static stretching is saved for the end. That is when we want to stretch out our body, release all the energy that we just put into our work, and we're really allowing the body to start to recover. We're also increasing our flexibility, which is something that will help you beyond softball and just keep you mobile and healthy. So that is all for this week. Great job, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And let me know how you felt about this week's video. Let me know if you have any questions about certain stretches or exercises. You know, let me know what you guys need from me so that I can give you that content. And stay healthy. Bye.